talingim oh you تدور القلب الأولى لمبلتي قرين الملك كرم رمضا أرملك بلوى ماذا بي
Madal vai ser malum total mera rogul adr belau odosia asus el moral mutling abulwad rubul abulwad ma rogul adr belau komal masal mosmit tunin al total el gukoren setial momong ngowidem eru ma leben 70 second 70 second Berius el ice el al total era do mu len chagal di mo o musesel announcement era bok ksyogan gal okkagar gidir al total Malwai sel gantes del sel argentine del gira la next year sel galen del gira next year amal dir gamel mol emo musim sel clay wadra lum etil go bsingil el albuil sel gora walda sel clay wadra gira la galen der tal maral merak awase exploring our sanctuary malgo el gira tal e hotel la clean la abela Aong erul sud malibang announcement tasay el altame tel aquarium rigidra pala aquarium o sigra talmo researcher ya ako makalom so del tel luror as edel mtigil sel website tra ora center aong edel announcement tasay ngarin sel el dial lom godon ya seng argos seng arbela el altame e mga tmokra ora exploration malibeng kora omsu virtual el debela bulwadra bulbelau el sel gora wa bolong otmok kurni selurol mra la gora amlut kilgirel sel seng gora mangelwolwe e mungulra tial debede etia urul gadmo smodi sel goma galam sodel ngari agora event malibeng togol mo dubra lu matal gabsin labuil Ratri klora tu taul mo o tri mata klora atu tau el morinse nacional chim etirga del adra tagi del expedition malum tagi lo el dia lamo o ai segel guklu nut maqrabul belau maro gulada malwel gamul mo attend tagi del event ra aduste gora qade batemed maktir red me alwai sebaik boxio gangal el okagri del tutau nga klela Whitney Goodell ngal Whitney Goodell relanga ngel wal gora after tigel haga sen ngatal dal to se lead scientist el ngatal dal el mutmuk tay expedition ablu belau ava tal gora omrolet tay del lureril me asay National Geographic pristine seas se agora da tay expedition luringi Malwai se bay bok sogara bay bok nga olguyung sa Whitney malgora mo ashi gil tagi del gora di mo subidira sel information gil tagi del lurolong mokri so again good morning Whitney, thanks for joining us this morning. At this moment I will I give you yield the floor to you so you can talk a bit about your background and maybe the expedition.
So my name is Whitney Goodell, and I am the lead scientist on an expedition right now with National Geographic Pristine Seas. So I am a marine ecologist. I'm on the Pristine Seas science team, and and it's I'm very happy right now to be here with the team, with the whole Pristine Seas team on expedition. So this is an expedition for filmmaking towards the health of our oceans.
Oh, in Gagila, Whitney lo es la sella oro tegi del dial el Pristine Sea tara gel gora atlantin la oro tial National Geographic amrurin el moktegania mal di o mesa gagi del gora dao galekta information o es el mera okka til gire la gagi del ay gagid luro longot moklo. If you go the Christine, if you go the like talk about a bit about the 5-year expedition. I believe you're doing the 5-year expedition, and where have you been, and you know, what is the overall goal of this expedition and stuff like that. Purpose of the work.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So Pristine Seas is a team of essentially we're a team of scientists, filmmakers, educators. This is a team of multiple fields of interest that come together towards inspiring ocean protection. And so right now we're on a 5-year expedition working in the Pacific, and we started last year, so we're kind of coming up on the end of our first year here. We started in the Southern Line Islands, and we've moved our westward through Cook Islands. We've gone through Cook Islands and Niue, and moved on through Federated States and Micronesia. We're here in Palau right now, and we've been here for the last 6 weeks. And and in the coming years, we'll be working our way through the Pacific as well. So the team essentially is working with local communities and local governments, with going through kind of research, looking at exploring their their oceans and the amazing resources and life that they have in their oceans, and also telling the stories of what those oceans mean to different nations and different communities, people across the Pacific. So all of this is really towards inspiring kind of a full, broad inclination for taking action on ocean protection.
Christine, you were breaking off there. Where was the starting point for this expedition?
So the ship started in the Southern Line Islands, Kiribati.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Let me translate, what you just said. Christine, I just said, tell Lurura Lumura last year. Tiagid me Lurul me vela lang awabo long si Michel Gotra tial lay meral lum subela tial Pristinsis. Tial program lo at mokri. Engagid lo ay selo say tial el dial abtokar kakro sebeding ad ngarnil mru legal lurur. Ngania adra o school educators, ngania scientist ra kakro el trengting lak lang arabaw. Itirgaw lumur sel Southern Island ra giribas overall moral melmay el mokteger tira mal di tawro lo bangel legal bekkel blue mar adra ba community wadi bolo ay sa igel luro longot moklo el mokteger ni asay kada gutmok legal luro o ay sa igal el walgora au result el mora aradra gagi del blue el gor obasel tolo asay mabol sibil gora inspired malume bolsibil gora amo bablak ring el gire legal del debela kablurir longot moklo elang gagi da Christine lo ay sa setia lurora imrak bela selbol merger belau etuk moral budul arwa tial arwa blul up ma FSM mulmol maureri tial Pacific el gire legal moral mele imrak. And so, when it comes to Palau, what have you specifically been kind of looking for, or?
So in Palau, we acknowledge that there's already a lot of really great research going on here. There's a lot of really great conservation efforts. As a nation, Palau has it already is very, many steps ahead relatively as far as the thought about marine conservation. And so Pristine Seas, would like to just bring the tools that we have to fill in any gaps, any data gaps that might help contribute towards Palau's efforts. So kind of some of the areas that we've focused on as far as data gaps is in the first portion of our expedition, we spent 3 weeks down in the southwest islands of Palau, trying to build on some of the work that's been done there before. We know that because the Southwest Islands are much more isolated and they're hard to get to, the research there is, there's a lot fewer studies. It's not as frequent as other parts of Palau. So we wanted to kind of bring some of that forward as far as the health and the state of the ocean there. And then in the second portion of our expedition, we've been focusing more in some of the deeper habitats. Looking at the deep sea and the sea floor is often really challenging for many deep sea research and offshore research to try and fill in some of those gaps.
Oi, umelo ya Christine wasi aureri rebelawa agora wadi bol lol el malibeng ngora di mo umera igel gora atele tranquila bredet umelo wasi abelawa sel gagi de tokora gora omsubela daw en wad gora malungi la tengergid gora malwalungi la omsubela igal tokora daw brigid indi ngari igel gora mo urbeteklel for example awaya saudes tamal roid mongora meringirgida amat moklawai gagi dulurora abekel chils elati algo klol orior babel daba akmed mongwal seb el bekle el sandel do top del mom kudum subangarang ela gu koya saudes termal roid agora wal mering la dot moklawai gagi duluror ba moktertial expedition chesal mei aulumu ulomes sel Southwest Island maigel kotle del sander tialom rolin merbelau en waluluro sel Southwest Island el mal de omes el wasei of course tirgam la review gel lurol nam katmok matmade kwasengra gora angel sangselma matamal del mesagi del gora wable ngel sangsel auror emlas mutmok el gora mo ngosugi del do ela gel el guk result traurol do la brel al time Osisil time tendría que el morgo así. Ata ongerul tingil tialom rolir. Mal soril lo me rablur bela. Mal soril lo me saigal mol el dam. Aperteklel maigel gora abek el tingil aklangar mangaral ngaral sil. And you mentioned earlier that you really one of the I would say one of the pillar of your expedition is like working with the community. Can you tell us a little bit about your expedition and your collaboration with the community and or partners?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very important part of expeditions for us. Is partnering with local organizations and also working closely with communities. So, so in the case of the Southwest Islands, a lot of what we were doing was connecting with the communities in the Southwest Islands to also hear from them what they observed in our oceans, what the ocean means for them, and how they live off of it, why a healthy ocean is very important for them, because we'd like to sort of amplify the voices of the communities and bring that story and share that with others so that those voices are really heard about why they care about protecting their ocean, why they care about a healthy ocean. But in addition to working with communities, it's also really important that we're working with partners, local partners and organizations. So we've had an amazing opportunity to be partnering with, in the Southwest Islands, we were partnering with One Reef and working with them to build on some time series data sets. So these are data sets that have been existing that getting one more year in those data sets is very helpful. Their kind of enthusiasm, connection to country, connection to place, and really have that sort of personal connection. Also, it's been an absolute pleasure to be working with the scientist support right now from Pickrick. So we've had scientists here collecting environmental DNA samples. So these are water samples that they are using to actually look at the DNA that's in water, and that can help us understand what animals have passed through there, and what animals have passed through the water and left their DNA. So this is a really cool kind of emerging technology in science that it's been really great having Pickrick on board for. And in addition to these research partners, we've also had opportunities to have educators from Palau on board. So educators from Palau Community College, we've had educators from Palau High School, partnering with Palau Conservation Society. And so having these, other, these educators involved on board and involved in the expedition really allows that close connection to the classrooms in Palau and bringing that information and that passion for ocean conservation back to the younger generation as well.
Oy, malgo ya Christy waseng mal interesting amina Whitney. Malgo waseng sel bolo uro regal bekkel bulu ya tarah mal klol tingila uredir sel gora omuktub malum milisi sel de leongol. Raigal bulu ma tel del dilil girel subel mela sel bon pal sorin mo gora uro lo mentrira arad raigal bulu mengagi del malgo waseng temal ngal tengtira al bora southwest yang ngarinya al-adl dulu say one reef sel one reef tara al-adl direl lorol girela ogorwila daabo tematatal gora direl musubra tel debela southwest galekta information melangagi da Whitney lo ser albong tel expedition tir en no se ilgu kutmokla ababi raurol el modo el agel lorula one reef bengegi dro ay sula sei agel lorol gilt mokla wal sebel guk qora ngosur malu ngos siat tarra raurela one reef. For example, nguk ngil sura one reef girela atarra mung sebela one reef guk ma de tal degal sal maltira auto badarwadi lurir ma bil singil momut mokri mugora wal seibe ngora wal tarra al wordra uro en direk mulgola sette direk malo rolo bengela gal partner organization especially galerwa abil society marwa coral reef center meral time ngaria tedel el ngelge del ngati al dial lo mentira tel dial ngara ngawal el malaigel war sample el girela subela gel dase EDNA agel war sample al ngalme o mes emo mdengela sei DNA rangarama ngaral ngigel al btig tial basio mendire el wal el mosubdi dase o tial el debela southwest direk el malgalak larwa agral badengela kusira ma agral badengela ngigela malel galak tiagidil en wase Whitney direk lo wais lo wase ngaringia ate al celebra galbek el bulu loror en wal invite tra a partner organization mar adra school mangagidro eso se el time direk ngaringia adra school apisisil ngartial dia lo bentil mutmo kagaluror المقطع شيء والبون يقول مساب تقول غرا ببيرة تلتار أورور ما تيال كلينلا أو تللا دبل بلاو مثلا من شيء ما يقال غرا وال غرا وال توصي first hand information نيجال التقوي مقلوب ذا سيلوب اللي قاعد يدل الرنكس مقلوب يدل مثلا مضاد عملو مسان ما يقال تقول مي أو أيش المرة لقيت الرجول ملوت كل جريلا omlisi ela agora ogorwil tel de belbelaw lo li sakra tirgal ngelget meselo al memklo en sebedra sei ngora dalal mesel reng lo sei tial tingila klingila de belbelaw agara mangaral arma ngarngi malawai seng magrado gora amotmok laurur mum sabakl mendial ngem de melmul melngari sei agora moktegra gel mung sebedra setiah mal sebedra setial dia la dia tirgal adatial dia langari ngariar bebira partner organization mar adra school ngatial dal al time tangara kelangole maral mel alas trungo dur ngal Whitney dila sei ta umil ngisim rawro sa qotluror mungwabla al pagarogui mungwabla al qora awrin sarwa gel ROB ngaria gel lolabul murabatak qora amagegrel musil el mong qora mulu o mesangra marang sera qotluror temle pagarogui melatial dia langar omrolel maral mera merbelo wabla bol regira uror sei ma un magul esra olel wasei el asel mesel ngar ngawalurior ngari sel gora wal gora mol alda ol taigel brisal tregalurerir buaya welcome mo motel Palau National Chime o mesagel waramlo o danga visual traureri. I believe on your return trip, you plan to do some sort of like outreach or some activities regarding the work you've been doing in Palau. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our team is just wrapping up the expedition right now. So we're at the end of 6 weeks of expedition, and now we're coming back to Koror, and what we really want to do is have an opportunity to thank the people of Palau and everybody that we've worked with, and share some of this back, kind of some of the first findings and things that we saw on expedition, and share that back to Palau. So we're really excited to be holding an event this Thursday at the Palau National Gymnasium. This Thursday at 10 a.m. to 11:15. We'll be there, and it will just, be an opportunity. We'll be sharing, some of the initial scientific findings, some videos from some of our sea cameras, and you get to see the bottom of the sea floor, which I think maybe often people don't ever really get to see, so we want to share that. Then also our media team will be showing a short, few-minute kind of teaser of a film about the expedition. So ultimately, in the coming year, our media team is going to be editing a full documentary about Palau and about the expedition and Palau's marine conservation. And so that will be a little teaser clip.
Right. Oy, nga kita Whitney lo sing mlakora kutmokla kutmokla dia lem lamom re kasel omsu mitula kutmokla dia le la tangara omlolin malmei eselong ewan urior ra March 21 ra 10 ra 3 o'clock ra total mo moram la moita trim emil bungora 3 mataklok tial Palau National Gymnasium tial nga betara erung park etmol all tabebira ayegid el ting lauro lulungot mokra tiagid el lomro lil merbelau egel 6 weeks lang belau marul adrabulu of course to el gamel mor se omesa wasang mal interesting ng area etmol all tabebira sia sing legal mangara berteklela tiagid el melel belau ngegid el molgol wasing adira ada sorin me omes leng wala kadil bek sil do dek mo grang ang ara berteklela almelela blur belau ngora molgol wa sigid mong mal interesting mong sira of course aru ada welcome mong dire gal molgol sengarnya tirgel gu adra media tirgel adra yagid ngora wa video marara atiyagid el timtir adimo otia gora dikdebel huirum lol ultra yagid ngora auro lorul engegi del molgola sei ya uriu le triegi del adra huirum triegi del National Geographic amogora edit tomogora tomogora mo ngil gut maklisen mo wal documentary malubeng huirum lol ultra mo agora daitai goma kailom so de la adbel belao maya del tora conservation el gida adbel belam got moklo se mo uriu disel bolol tingira adustei asel gora dikdebel toko espera toko la sei un teaser ndako de potial teaser en sebe la sei gora adige gedebul huirum lo otisel clown maral meruriu seguida tetele auror mal interesting mong again kadamral mrenga sulira waiga gidel gombalin maral mei amina waiga gidel al adra amaklol bulun maral mei le ala waiga gidel gora collaboration madum partnership akum daseng telgibel mring gida digidel mutmok la gidel urur kot ndiaka adong urgid ongerung endia ka gora malungil du urgidra ai galurol lot mok la gora asenter gidra al timra tali e hotel la klingla do belau wa gora di mrara budel mobdula malengel ndia ka borsel bertakle mala ka ai gidel gora collaboration en terrible mringir gida mo musasel bertakle أقرأ والمرسيجي ذي لين مالوات مارود اللي جريلا جاجي ذي الكاروس المقلول الأضرب للأضرب القونيل ما أورولو بنجت إنه كو المرسيجي راسيسي. So we have come to the end of our show, Whitney. And so, would you have final words before we close the program?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Ultimately, my final words are words of gratitude to Palau and to all of the partners and communities and governments and people that we have worked with, because this has been an incredible opportunity for us. And Palau is really, Palau has something special in its oceans, and it's incredible for, every day our team comes back from the field, whatever they were working on that day, they come back to the ship and they say, oh my gosh, you guys will never guess what I saw, or, this is amazing, or these are some of the most beautiful reefs. To have that excitement every day coming back to the ship, it gives so much hope about the ocean here. But for us, for our team, what really is the key thing that gives us hope about the ocean in Palau is actually the people that we've been working with. Every single day we see the partners that we're working with that are working hard for Palau's ocean health, and we see the communities that care about their oceans and live off of their oceans. We see so much passion and so much pride about what's here, and to see that, and to see the spark when we talk with the kids, and to see the spark in their eyes and the fascination about what's in the water, about what they could do in the future potentially, is all of that is what really kind of comes together and really gives me personally and our team as a whole a lot of hope about ocean conservation. So I just want to thank everybody that we have worked with and talked with at any part of this expedition. Thank you so much.
Okay, ako ulit na awit nila sir. Algora niya ulubong sal malgora adong sim la kada marma ulubong program rigit. Ngagi dem ko se oy mal kote mal mere asule da ada bela gire la yagi del algora wal lungil تجد القرى ويل البلغر ذريد القرى وكذا هذا الماء أورو لبنترير التو بتش المات مارونغورا مال مولا رنجري لسلانات الإكسبيديشن الترجال أذريل ترجال أذريل بكنورا كرجال ممسوبك بونغرا ماران سلطال براديل التسيا قوميل سانجيل نران تقرا مال إكسايتد ترجال هذا أورو أوسي سلطة مترجال أضرب الواد الغاتيال دال التايم أذريل مال قرى أسمريار وبقلمريار رين ما بلاق الرين الجيل تيجي اللومرا المسوبرا كربلاو مال مرينا سولة دا أويتني واسين نسوي هذا المسر واسين غورا أول لونيلا رين دا أتسل مربلاو اللورو لبنجد يدو أتيسل غورا أول كلمريار رين مالو بن غورا مال مونيل مرا لورورا سلوايسين كم غورا إيماتشينا لمليل غورا kadok takora masang agora mamkitsil mo result tending mal mring asule del ngasi ngarogul collaborators sa partners and mulmut trigal ngara dial marogul yol ortasel gora klamra reng magora algire la gora omsu malmut baby ra togol sibedel sub logi ya gidel luriore malwaise kadam lamer selu lebora program rigid magada mal mring asule wa kustin yaktil mutul maklat amina Whitney yaktil mutul maklat kelwasei alia durste el al durste ang ngiaos ratri klok ratutau il mora mla moy tatri me mulbung ratri mataklok sedra sengara 1 hour and 15 minutes ya engai gidil Whitney mar ada tel dilel amora tel el chim ngarbi tara di drang matel ma arung park e bol ol taigel guk pebira gora siasing ma bebira tenting la urol lungut mokle ya rogul adra boya longa medar tin motiang balsum ngaria indil adra ngaria gora gukmol gora grill maral gira garurod en malte ala lbo oger tira gel soade to ay sigi deleng madangli kal rangle la uror musil mogora ko magal smad el mergida gel guk rogul tenting la uror madal vai sego mal saun nos mitunin orange program mergida di meritiang e musimr musil gukmel belsail
Ararange magale. Yeah, what the left.